Joining us now for more is Tennessee Republican Representative Tim Burchett. Thank you so much for joining us. You led the effort in the House Oversight Committee to subpoena Ghislaine Maxwell. Chairman Comer followed through with that officially today. What does the House of Representatives hope to learn from her with regard to Jeffrey Epstein?
I'd like to know the cash flow. I'd like to know the client list. I'd like to know the apparatus they use, the method of getting these young folks. I just like to know all of it. And she's the last one standing. Everybody says, well, she's going to lie. Well, I said, well, if she perjures herself, she goes back to her original sentence. So there's a lot of things I'd like to get, ma'am, and hopefully, and I'm going to talk to some attorneys, some of my attorneys friends in town. I talked to Greg Isaacs earlier today about some strategies and things that make sure I ask the right questions if I get that opportunity, because it will be, I think it'll be monumental. But I would warn people, I want to make sure we don't drag in innocent people in the middle of this thing. Somebody just happened to be on a plane from New York to Florida or somewhere like that doesn't necessarily mean they're a pedophile. And the 1,000 of little girls that this dirtbag violated or took part in having violated, I sure as heck don't want to make them suffer anymore.
So it sounds pretty clear that you will be heading to that Florida prison on August 11th. Will the public learn about what is said by Maxwell that day?
I don't know. Like I said, I hope I get that opportunity. I'm the 435th most powerful member of Congress, ma'am. I get the game up here. I don't raise enough money, and I don't kiss enough behinds. I guess I'll clean it up. But to move up in the leadership structure, I just kind of caused a little firestorm on this one. And frankly, I'm glad of it. I've held the hand of people that have been molested, and ma'am, they carry a life sentence, and it is horrible. I want to send a message to the dirtbags that we're coming for you, but I'd also like to send a message to those young souls, and now they're older, I guess, that have been offended, that they can come out of the shadows, and that we need to love on those folks and not point a finger at them and stigmatize them. They've had enough of that, and I would hope the media would honor that as well.
The Wall Street Journal is reporting that AG Pam Bondi and Deputy AG Todd Blanche informed Trump in May his name was, in fact, in the Epstein files. Your response to that?
That doesn't bother me. President Trump said all along he flew on his plane. There's pictures. A lot of them are AI generated. They show Trump with kids, and those are just AI generated. But they knew each other. But President Trump's been very forthcoming in his response to that. You know, before Epstein was even convicted, Trump had already banned him, I think 15 years prior, from Mar-a-Lago. And he said he was a dirtbag. And the area down there in Florida is a pretty tight-knit little community. Everybody knew everybody. And Trump cut him loose, and I salute him for that. And his efforts before the grand jury to try to get the grand jury information released, as I thought was a very good first step. I thought the judge just stopped it all. I thought they could have assigned somebody to go through it and pull out all the innocent folks and the names. And we do that all the time, redact stuff all the time. You want to go look at the Kennedy files 60 years ago, and we still don't know what went on there. So I think what I'm afraid of now, ma'am, is that we've had 4 years of the Biden administration and now this, and I'm afraid that those files have been tampered with, and a lot of the information, I'm afraid, we'll never know the true answers to.
If President Trump himself were to call you and asked you to just put this fight aside, what would you say to him?
Well, I've said it publicly, and he knows it. Ultimately, I'm a Christian. I'm not a very good one. You don't see it on my bio or anything, but ultimately I'm going to answer to my Creator, ma'am. Jesus said, how you treat the least amongst you is how you treat me. And that's going to be my conscience. Again, I'm not a very good Christian, obviously, because of my chosen profession, but I live by that. And again, I know people that have been abused, not by Epstein, but in other cases. And it's something it's etched on my soul. I don't know how else to tell you that, ma'am. It's kind of hard to explain, but that's where my heart is, and I'll take it. I got it. I get it. It's going to cost me at the ballot box. It's going to cost me financially. It's going to be tough to raise money when people start getting after me on it. But I'm a big boy, ma'am. I gotta take it. So, and this is something I didn't ask for, but I'm very passionate about this issue, ma'am. I'll just leave it at that.
We hear that. All right. Representative Tim Burchett, we thank you, as always, for your time. Really appreciate you joining the show.
Thank you, ma'am, and I appreciate the fair reporting on this issue.
Thank you.